This is V from a Canadian RVer, eh? Where we are today is at Siesta Key Crystal Classic International Sand and Sculptering Festival. So come on down this path and we'll show you what happens at Siesta Key Beach. What we are doing right now is just going down the pathway here, and you'll see the tents and the entrance for the carvings and the festival. And we're just walking down. Now, what you're looking at, if you keep going down all the way, of course, you'll be going to Siesta Key Beach. Now, what we're seeing here is the entranceway. This was now Saturday morning, and to tell you a little bit more about what was happening, on Thursday there was a small hurricane that went through that touched on slightly into the Sarasota area. So the festival was closed Friday, allowing the sculptors to get organized. Now, that water you see just in front of the picture there, well, that's not the Gulf, that's flooding. There was so much rain between the hurricane and then Friday night we had another rainstorm. And you can see here on the grounds that all the artisans were struggling to keep their carvings up. And as we'll walk around through it, you'll see that there's more and more of the carvings that they just weren't done because of all the rain and the problems that they had. And you can see all the water that's in the beach area here. And of course, this is the first day. This was Saturday morning that we got there pretty early. And then, of course, later on in the day, again being Saturday, that you could see where there's flooding all around the carvings. And they were struggling to keep them up and keep them going. So a lot of the carvers were still working on it in this time. And it was quite a challenge to walk around because you were walking around in quite a bit of water. In normal times, if this wasn't so flooded, there'd be carvings all the way down the back area that's all open space there. And it's just a lot of water back there, so I guess they couldn't put any carvings back there to keep them up, and there was so much water. And you can see some of the artisans still working away and trying to keep their carvings up, and the actual carvings were falling down because of all the moisture. So now what we're looking at is I decided to go back on the Monday. So the festival was supposed to run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but they actually moved it now for viewing on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So this was Monday that I decided to go back and look at all the sand carvings again. And now you can see it's a little drier, and I believe by this time all the judging was done and the winner was announced. Now, we'll walk around and I'll show you all the carvings in a little more details. And it was a little nicer, it was drier, and you can see that people could walk around a little more into the carving area without walking through water. Also, what they did do was actually get them to stay up now as it dried up a little bit. This was really cool. This was the creator who started the carving festival many years ago. This was Elton John with a pictorial of Rocket Man, which I thought was really, really nice. Did a great job on this one. Here was one too of a woman laying down on the sand, and it was really intricate of how they did. Even her backbone, you can barely see it there, but the detail that was in here with her hair flowing on the sand, and it was quite big, so very impressive. This was another one now that was really nice with a lot of details in it, and this, believe it or not, was the back side of it. And you'll see I'll walk around to the front and show you the face part. This was another real nice one. This was a maze, and you can see where they had arrows going which way and up to the castle. which was really cool. And again, very nice because it was drier and there's a little bit of water still in a few places, but at least you could walk through the dry areas and not get your feet wet. This was really cool too. It's amazing. This was about 7 feet high, unveiled in solidarity, and I thought it was really priceless of how they had this carving stand up, and it was quite a trick to get them to stand so high, and considering it's just sand. Our two teddy bears, earlier in the video you saw them carving the two teddy bears, but this is what it looked like when it was all finished now, and it was quite impressive. So I believe in other years there was a lot more carvings here, but because of the weather and all the challenges, I guess maybe some of the carvers didn't come out this year, but it was still a very great festival, nice time, and great carvings to see made from sand. So now what I've done is I've taken you back to Saturday. This was the main entrance carving, I guess, and you can see all the different sponsors that sponsored this, and of course Publix was one of the main sponsors, and you can see the amount of sand they must have moved in here to do this massive sand carvings with all the sponsors and the castle on top. So this is V from a Canadian RVer. We hope you've enjoyed this very short video at Siesta Key Classic Sand Carvings, and we'll see you in our next video, so please subscribe, please give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon.